Today I wanted to talk about decorating candle holders. I wanted to show you this one that I did yesterday. I've been looking at other ones on YouTube trying to replicate the style, and what I was using was nail varnish, and also I have the same thing that I use for my glass outlining, and you can use this on ceramics as well. But to be honest, it wasn't exactly what I was hoping for. I think because I was using the brush from my nail varnish, and you probably need a little bit more precision when you're doing work like this. So for example, using this is a bit better. So you can kind of see at the edges, just for doing kind of the petals on the edge, it's nicer. Also had some lovely gold and silver liners here, but unfortunately they really have dried out, and I guess the moral of the story is to use your materials because they're not cheap, and it's disappointing then when you go to use them but you can't. What I decided to do today was just to kind of try and figure out how to get that real precision. I'm still going to use the nail varnish. I have a new kind of version of this, slightly bigger one. So I have these syringes. I use these for my printer to refill the ink, and I also have needles. And so what I've done is I've put the nail varnish in this instead, and I think this is going to give me a nicer dot. It's going to give me a thick dot for here, and then if I want a thin dot, I can use the needle. So obviously I don't recommend, using syringes necessarily, but you could probably use a dropper instead. But in this case, it's what I have to hand, so I'm going to go with it. I also have these beads. I got these ones in the Art and Hobby shop today. They were only $1.50. And I got these ones in like Mr. Price, but you can get them quite cheaply. And they do add a bit of glitz and glamour to your creations. I also have a face mask because the nail varnish is quite overpowering, and it's good to just keep that in mind and keep a window open when you're doing this. So I wanted to show you what I did. I hope that this one is going to work out a little bit neater than this one. I still like this one. I'll probably just keep it for myself, but it just wasn't quite what I had in mind. Let's get going and I'll see how this new one turns out. So I'm finished my second candle decorating project. So you can see it there. Um, yeah, I don't know. I liked doing this, so I think as a kind of to pass the time activity, it's quite relaxing and it's nice. But you definitely need the right tools, and the syringes worked to an extent, but you really have to have a lot of control to like hold this in one hand and manage to get the right consistency throughout. Having said that, I'm definitely happy I did it, and it's a cute craft. And yeah, I guess one can only improve the more one continues. So this is one that I might keep practicing at and getting better. I would recommend if you're doing this, definitely buy some kind of enamel like nail varnish, or I'm sure you can get different colours of these. I think would look nicer with different colours, like maybe blues or greens, which I'm kind of tempted to get myself. The stickers are a good idea because they're quite cost effective, as I said, but these ones are pretty hard to take off. The glue is really stuck to them, so I would also say if you have some kind of tweezers, or just to be aware of that. Also useful to have some nail varnish remover and cotton buds, just to kind of clean up any messes that you made on the way. But all in all, this is the final outcome. That's another craft under my belt, and I hope that you enjoy making this if you decide to make it or something similar. Thanks for watching. Bye.